Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome to my new channel, 25 Insights. I created this channel on the 25th of November this year, and recently I decided it's time to post some content on here. The goal of this channel is to use my knowledge, the knowledge of people that take part, and your knowledge to contribute to the betterment of society and to grow as a collective. Because when it comes to knowledge, there's always more to learn, and there's always a different insight to look at, and there's always more perspectives, and there's always more you can learn. There's always more. And yeah, what you can see in front of you is my newsletter that I started 2 months ago, and it came out of 3 years, like the past 3 years of my life. I've been reading a lot and journaling a lot, and kind of getting into that process of being self-aware and thinking about stuff and planning my life and kind of looking ahead and trying to think what can I do and how can I learn and how can I grow and how can I help others and all that kind of stuff. So it it felt natural for me to start a newsletter and share what I know and collaborate with other people and kind of give back to communities and have discussions and learn and grow with others and all of that kind of stuff. And the goal of that newsletter, as you can see over here, is written in the summary, which I'll talk about how it's mainly writings about personal development, and it's using my insight and others' insights and your insights to grow as a community and learn together. And the main thing I've learned also is that a team of people, a community, is better than one person, because you can go far when you're by yourself, but you can go way further when you're a part of a team. So I'm willing to be a part of a team and help and be a part of that with others and whoever's willing to join that too. Because this is kind of an open kind of place where everyone can just share stuff and grow together. As for the slogan, I don't know why I kept the slogan, bro. The slogan was generated automatically from logo.com, and it says unlocking potential one insight at a time. I don't even know. It doesn't really have much to do. I'd even make it, so I don't even really know why I kept it there, but it's there. I'm gonna change that soon, but yeah. So let's get into this. As you can see, this is the homepage. This is the homepage, and let's go to. So yeah, there's quite a lot so far. I think there's over like 28. So let's go to the first one. So what I plan on doing is let me make that smaller. Yeah, what I plan on doing is going through my newsletters one at a time and kind of just going through my thought process when I was writing it and kind of going reflecting back on it again, because it helps me learn why I'm doing what I'm doing, and also hopefully it helps you with understanding, and then you can share your own understandings on each topic that I'm going through, and yeah. So let's just go through this one. This one was ways to increase knowledge. This was the first time I actually wrote something that was off of my own knowledge, because I remember when I first started, I was relying mainly on using AI, trying to go on ChatGPT and write one up and try to improve that one, but it never felt authentic. It kind of felt like I was trying to cheat my way into something that I should really be putting 100% effort into. And because when you face like writer's block and stuff like that, you feel like it's just an easy way to just kind of get stuff out there. But I've decided that I'm just going to write them all myself and continue with being 100% there. Not trying to rely on other things that can make it easier and just try to automate the whole process. So yeah, I talk about the 4 ways. The 4 ways was reading books, watching videos, journaling, and reading articles and blogs. All right. So reading books. All right. So books are a great resource for you to start learning. Yeah, so books for me was a great start into realizing that you have access to a variety of knowledge, you know. Like it's a very I don't even know what you call it, like it's a proactive way to start figuring out what's going on in life, you know what I mean, when it goes to like self-development and politics or finance, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot out there. So yeah, when it comes to reading books, it's a very, very important way to get access to it's like getting access to conversations that you wouldn't normally have, or being in rooms that you wouldn't normally be in and stuff like that. um yeah, exactly, I said it right here. So reading books is a great way to get access to people's thoughts and beliefs without having to meet them, and especially if it's not possible to meet them, because a lot of the great books now that people look at are by authors that are not alive today, you know what I mean, they're dead. So it's not possible to have that conversation. But if you go to their books, you can see what kind of thoughts they were having and things that they found interesting and stuff they wanted to share of their own experiences. So yeah, that's reading books. The next one, bro, is watching videos. Videos is another great way to expand your knowledge and open your mind to different topics and stuff like that. One way. So here I talk about, you can find recording from the 1900s like Malcolm X, and find videos that are great from today's creators. In like 2021, I did go through a phase of watching a lot of Malcolm X videos and stuff like that. Like mainly, yeah, so Malcolm X videos, I was watching a lot of his speeches and people making documentaries based on his life, and I ended up reading his autobiography as well, and it was quite inspirational to see in his journey, because being a black Muslim myself, I kind of tried to find my own balance in, you know what I mean, how do I approach certain stuff, and his way of approaching life, and his, you know what I mean, his charisma and his confidence and his desire to accomplish what he has set for himself is quite inspiring for someone like me trying to figure myself out and do what I'm trying to do. So yeah, watching videos is a great way to kind of expand your knowledge. All right, so journaling. Journaling is something I started initially, bro. I started it because I was in a certain business, and the business required you to start journaling your progress. And from there, I started to do personal journaling and journaling where I was writing the stuff as I was learning from books and articles and YouTube videos and whatever. But it was also a great way for me to kind of expand my knowledge and get into reflection, you know, and self-analysis, and figuring out who am I, and what's my goals in life, and what's my purpose, and you know what I mean, and what's my interests, and what don't I like, and how do I get to this level, how do I get past certain roadblocks or resistance that I'm facing. Journaling is bro, it's a great way to get that reflection in, and be able to plan, you know what I mean, plan ahead, you know. Yeah, so I wrote here, this increases your knowledge about yourself, so consider this great method of increasing knowledge. It's a great way. I'd recommend it to anyone that's interested. And you don't need a pen and paper. Like you don't need this. You don't need a pen and paper and all that stuff to start journaling. You know, you can literally start on your phone or your laptop. It could be digital, bro. It doesn't need to be pen and paper and all that kind of stuff like you would picture or whatever. You know what I mean, stereotypes are there about it, you know. It's literally just writing what you learn about, what you feel, what you plan, all of those kind of stuff. Okay, so reading articles and blogs. Yeah, it's a great way to kind of learn other people's perspectives. And I wrote here that the more opinions and beliefs you learn about, the more you understand about people's similarities, about where people's similarities and differences are. And I wrote that this is a great aspect of knowledge that will humble you and set you a level above other people. Yeah, and I said, you know, reading about other people's experiences and how they interpret knowledge is a great way for you to understand that not everyone thinks the same. You know what I mean? People can read the same text but not come to the same conclusion, you know? people can read my newsletters, and I can have 5 people that would read it, and I can get 3 different answers. You know, three different forms of feedback. People can, and they read the same thing. You know, so yeah, it's important to get your eyes out there and see different stuff. The same way that you would travel, you would experience different cultures and realize that everything isn't the same. It's not limited to your own room or your house or your area, you know what I mean, your postcode, whatever, or your city. There's a world out there where everyone, you know what I mean, everyone has different ways of doing things and thinking about things. And yeah, the conclusion really talks about, okay, yeah, I remember now. So yeah, it says, I'll leave you with this one piece of advice that has helped me over the years, is take things one step at a time. This is so important because we all want to rush things nowadays because we compare ourselves to others and because of social media. Meditate and think about your own journey. All right, yeah. Take things one step at a time is something that I do want to think like that. I would like to say that I followed it all the time, but I didn't, because it's a lot of this advice, motivational, all of this kind of introspective, whatever you want to call them, like inspirational pieces of advice. It's easier said than done. Like I can tell you, or be dedicated. You know what I mean? Be thoughtful. Be disciplined. You know what I mean? Take things one step at a time. Don't look too far ahead or create goals. All of those things, they sound nice. You know what I mean? They sound nice and they are good. You know what I mean? They're effective, and if you take them as what they are and you actually practice them, they're very effective and they can get you far. But realize it's easy to say that and feel like it's a big accomplishment, but you need to actually take steps. You know what I mean? So yeah, taking steps. So that whole thing was to say that I didn't really take things one step at a time all of the time, but it is a great piece of advice, and I try my best now moving forward to follow it, because it helps you not to overcomplicate things, and you know what I mean, and try to take big gaps in your journey and skip important steps because you think that you need to be there, you need to be here when you're really over here. Like you need to kind of slow things down and focus on the bigger picture, and you know what I mean, build up there slowly. As for what I plan on doing with this channel, eventually I do want to get into like different kind of forms of content, you know, like collaborations with others, doing maybe podcasts. I've also done something recently, the past month as well. It's a book recap where I was going through all the books I've read over the past few years and writing summaries based on what I've seen on articles online. I'll probably go through that as well. And yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this article thing, this newsletter thing that I'm going through, where I go through each post to kind of better my own knowledge on it and hopefully help you guys, and you guys can share what your thoughts are as well. And we're gonna go from there. And yeah, this might hopefully you kind of got the idea of what I plan on doing, you know. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys later.